Looks like you lost another one.
Up the hammer. Put it on your wrist.
There's a second down and 3. Jackson takes it himself. Look at him turn back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage. And he's got a touchdown.
He's going to have resistance. Punch it through, young fella.
It looks like you lost another one.
There's nobody inside the 10. Get back. Here it is. The season's on the line. 2 receivers left and right. McCown takes a snap. He steps up. He's all by himself. Fires into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! No! No! LaMelo quickly the other way, and now the Hornets will set up shop.
It looks like you lost another one.
They need the 46. Here comes Kelsey. Down. Away. The escapability of Roethlisberger. Chase by Stroud. Oh, he's got the first down. How about Roethlisberger?
Lucky that wasn't turned over. Anthony Edwards. That time he does finish with the exclamation point.
My MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Talk Your Talk Show presented by the Rick T platform. I am your host, Eric Holmes Jr. You can follow me below on all social media platforms at RickT_E. I say it every week. I'm going to say it again this week. We have a hell of a show for you guys. Today we are talking a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of recent NFL news, maybe a little bit of baseball topic. You never know what's going to be thrown in here on the Talk Your Talk Show, man. But I do want to hit all of our chatters, everybody watching. Thank you guys for watching the Talk Your Talk Show, wherever you may be watching from, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, whether you're on your, your Friday or Wednesday night, date night. It doesn't matter, man. We appreciate you here on the Talk Your Talk show tuning in, man. But let's get into it, bro. This game, maybe a little bit about Monday night's games. First things first, man. The Packers, the 49ers, they're celebrating with 0 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock. So if you guys didn't watch that game, the 49ers were up by, I believe, 1 with 37 seconds left. Jimmy Garoppolo came back, had a great comeback finish for them, ended up getting them in the end zone, putting them up by 1. But the crowd, everybody in Green Bay, was literally having this face on them, man. They're celebrating with 37 seconds left. They must have forgot what it's like to have a quarterback that can do this kind of shit. There's very, very few quarterbacks that can do that kind of thing, that level of thing, man. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. I can kind of start to see it in Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert a little bit, man. But there's a lot of quarterbacks that can maybe do it, drive down the field 37 seconds and win you the game, man. But we'll go ahead and see about it. Next game I want to talk about is the Ravens-Lions game, man. There was some crazy shit that happened in this game, man. So go ahead and check this little video out and let me know what you guys think in chat.
49 straight field goals.
This is the guy you want, Greg. If you're in this situation, I can't think of a better option.
This is for an NFL record 66 yards. Way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my! Did that just happen, Greg?
What a kick!
Greg the leg Zerlin can't even do this kind of shit, and his legs are actually that size, man. Justin Tucker hits a 66-yard field goal to hit the longest field goal in NFL history. But let's not forget what Lamar Jackson did before that play, and we'll talk a little bit about that play in general. But before that play, don't let this fall under the radar. Lamar Jackson converted a 4th and 19 to set up Justin Tucker's kick a week after beating the Chiefs on a 4th down winner, man. So this is what I'll say about John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson, man. Them boys got some big old balls to be going for it on 4th down. It doesn't matter if it was the Lions. It doesn't matter if it was the Chiefs. They converted both of them to go ahead and win the game against the Chiefs and the Lions. One with the 66-yard field goal, the longest NFL field goal known to man. Big old balls, man. Big old balls in a big-ass leg. That's what I'm going to say about that. But, man, let's talk a little bit more about that play, bro. If you guys saw that play and you guys watched the play clock run down, there was actually an extra second that they got to complete that 4th and 19 play. Or 4th and 19, 3rd and 19, didn't really matter. But they got an extra second, man. You guys watched the time click down. 3, 2, 1, 0. The ball was still not snapped. The ball was still not snapped. And then the ball was snapped. He threw it out of bounds to set up Justin Tucker's 66-yard field goal. Give me a second, guys. Holy shit. What, mamas? What up, everybody? This is your boy Eric, Tony, Jello, and Justin from the Rick T Podcast, where we have something to say.
The Rick T platform is officially live this weekend,
and we can't wait to see you there.
Sports fans, gamers, and podcasters are all welcome. Come on down and let's get you some fame.
Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Tried out the bando. 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 Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Tried out the bando. Got 2 like Rambo. Got bird like Birdman. Got white like Lindsay Lohan. Made 100 set on the pussy pants. On the corner serving grounds. My nigga be on the block hard. My nigga be serving that hard. Got bricks like Shaq at the free throw. You the bando. Tried out the bando. Tried out the bando. Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Trapping in the vacant, serving all my patients. Get it from the Haitian, smoking loud, my eye look Asian. Getting to the money, running to it, trying to chase it. Like it when she make it, cook it when she naked. Throw it in the microwave, baby, crocker, how I bake it. Trapping in the meadow, big guns like commando. Flip it like a sando. One bitch, she look like J-Lo. Get it brick from Venezuela. Me the plug, his name is Pedro. Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Trapping out the house with the boys on the windows. Tried out the bando. Tried out the bando.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on no chain. My bitch love do cocaine. I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. I can't pop in the wetter rain.
And we are back with the Talk Your Talk show. Sorry about that, everybody. You guys know what it is to be a parent. If you don't know, you will know someday, and soon to be like that, man. Let's get back into it, man. I just wanted to show you guys a couple crazier things that happened on Sunday, man. I just showed you guys that the NFL record 66-yard kick. Now I'm going to show you guys a little bit something different, man. Possibly Rookie of the Year. You guys let me know in chat, man.
P. Ryan is in, one timeout for Cincinnati. And going deep into the end zone and caught by Chase. Oh my goodness, what a grab. 34-yard touchdown throw. Chase has now come up with 3 long touchdown reception consecutive games. 42 last week against the Bears, 50 against Minnesota, and a 34-yard bomb thrown right here by Burrow to his college teammate at LSU.
You guys seen it there. Burrow to his college teammate at LSU, Jamar Chase. You guys seen it with Jamar Chase having 2 touchdowns in last week's game, a touchdown in the game the week before, and a touchdown in his first ever NFL game. He is now the only rookie to ever score 4 touchdowns in his first 3 games, man. Interesting stat from Jamar Chase. Super happy that it could be from Joe Burrow and to Jamar Chase. But will he be Rookie of the Year is my question. I didn't really have Jamar Chase super big high, man. I didn't have him super high on the draft boards. I didn't really have him super high on my personal likeness boards. You already know, Matt, dad life. But man, Jamar Chase doing big things out there in Cincinnati. They ended up beating the Steelers, ended up going ahead and putting the whooping on whatever team they played last week, man. The Bengals look really good, and I'm not going to sleep on them no more. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow might be the new thing, man. But one more quick little video for you guys. A 68-yard field goal, the longest field goal ever attempted, ended up turning into being the longest play that ever happened, man. And let me go ahead and take this, man. Ty Beamer said, haven't watched the Bengals, but definitely tuning in to watch the duo now. Yeah, you have to be, man. And Jalen is saying he is going to be Rookie of the Year. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's on me. Jalen saying he is going to be Rookie of the Year. I think it might be somebody else. I might be a little biased and saying Micah Parsons. It definitely won't be any of the rookie quarterbacks, though, and we'll talk about those here in 1 second. But, man, let me show you guys one more thing that happened. Like I was saying, a 68-yard field goal attempt, the longest field goal attempt ever attempted, ended up turning into the longest play and longest kick return in NFL history, man. So check this out and let me know what you guys think of this one in chat. For real, I was mind blown that I got to watch this live in person via Red Zone. So check this out.
Gentlemen, Matt Prater is going to line up for a 68-yard field goal. This will be the longest field goal in NFL history, the longest field goal in football history. 68-yard attempt.
Got it up. And short. Agnew brings it out of the end zone. Agnew still running. Agnew got the sideline. Agnew touchdown Jacksonville. 109 yards. Incredible.
109-yard kick return off of a 68-yard field goal attempt. Like I said, the longest field goal attempt ever known to football in person ended up being the longest play and the longest kick return ever known to the NFL, man. Crazy to see. Love to see it. Super glad I got to watch it live in person, like I said, and it was ridiculous, man. Tristan Flores, sorry, easy. My Twitch isn't loading, but still watching on Facebook, my brother, man. I appreciate you watching from wherever you're watching from, whether it's Twitch, YouTube. It does not matter, man. Hit us on Facebook. We do not care where you're watching from as long as you're getting your talk in, Tristan, and I appreciate that, man. Matt Faraci saying these kickers are on something else, man. And honestly, I'm agree. If you watch those games, if you're sitting there watching Red Zone, it literally was like 66-yard field goal attempt or 68-yard field goal attempt. Attempted it, returned for a touchdown, Red Zone switched to Justin Tucker making a 66-yarder for the game winner, man. So I don't know if it was a good time to be watching Red Zone or if it was just a good time to be watching the NFL on Sunday, man. I appreciate it. It's the GMO chicken. Oh, bruh, it's got to be. It's got to be something, man. Definitely not getting it, man. That play was bananas. Jigga Man Porto. Thank you guys for tuning into the Talk Your Shock show. But, man, I'm going to agree with every single one of you who has said something in the chat. These kickers are ridiculous. That play was amazing. All these plays that I've actually showed you guys have been ridiculous. If you guys watch that catch from Jamar Chase in the end zone, ridiculous. 66-yard field goal to make it off the crossbar, ridiculous. And then you guys watch that 109-yard kick return. What are they calling it? They're calling a kick six is what they're calling it. A kick six, man. So 109-yard kickoff return off of a 68-yard attempt, man. Shit is getting real, man. The GMO chicken, man. Yo, RTP Deadly, man. Thank you for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk show, man. Episode 24. Tristan Flores, I had to call my wife in the room to see that 68-yarder on Red Zone. We were going wild. And, honestly, I would have called my girl in. Usually when I do call my girl in, she's pissed because she doesn't care. But honestly, I called my girl in too. I was like, bro, you have to see this. Some things are just worth anybody seeing. Like, if you just know the game of football and respect the game of football, to see a 109-yard kick return off of a field goal miss, shit is insane. It's super impressive. Excited to see what Jamal Agnew can do here in the future, and excited to see what both of those teams, the Ravens or the Jags, can do in the future too. I don't know if they're the real winners yet, but we're going to find out, man. But, man, let's talk about that 66-yard field goal made by Justin Tucker, and then let's talk about the Bears. So that 66-yard attempt was literally more yards than all the yards the Bears scored total on offense on Sunday, man. 47 yards of offense for the Chicago Bears and a 66-yard field goal attempt for the Baltimore Ravens to go ahead and win it. Definitely didn't want overtime, definitely didn't want the loss. They had to win it. But, man, let's talk about that for a second. 47 yards of offense. Justin Fields was sacked 9 times, 4 of them by Myles Garrett. Cleveland defense, are they proven? Justin Fields, is he used? I don't know. Those are the two questions floating around via Twitter, via Instagram, via the NFL world. Those are the two questions talking about. And let me go ahead and answer that for you guys real quick. Yes, Justin Fields was sacked 9 times, but I don't want to go ahead and base this and focus this on Justin Fields. I want to focus this on the Cleveland Browns. I feel like because Justin Fields got sacked 9 times, people have been focused on how bad he did on Sunday. When me, myself, and I'm focused on how good the Cleveland Browns defense looked on Sunday, man. 9 sacks. I don't care if you're going against the Jets. 9 sacks is unheard of. And for you to be going against somebody who was in the national championship last year, somebody who's been so overhyped this first 3 weeks, Justin Fields, to go out there and sack him 9 times and to hold him to 47 yards of total offense, it's kind of ridiculous, man. So kudos to the Browns defense. Kudos to Myles Garrett. I don't know if we're going to necessarily see Justin Fields come back out there as a starter. Matt Nagy has said that there's a chance for all 3 quarterbacks that they have on their roster to start this Sunday. Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, and Nick Foles, all 3 proven at some point in their career. But we'll see what they do, man. Matt Nagy is not the quarterback guru that he once was. Let's just say that, man. But let's talk about the quarterbacks, man. Not any quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks specifically. Let's talk about how much they have sucked this first 3 weeks of football, man. So last week, you guys see it here. Justin Fields, let's start with him, man. 6 for 20, 68 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. It's honestly horrible. Trevor Lawrence, 22 for 34, not horrible. 219 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. 77 for 140, 55% through his first 3 weeks. Goodness Christ, man. Big Blue Jay is saying the Bears should play all three, and that's not a bad idea. Or let Fields scramble it out. See, and that's not a bad idea. I don't necessarily think that's a horrible idea at all. I guess we just kind of have to see what the Bears and Matt Nagy can do out there in Chicago, man. Moving on to Mac Jones, man. 30 for 51. He threw 51 passes last week for 270 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions, man. Throughout the season, he has 717 yards. His average is 179.25. That is his passing average. Let's move on to the final quarterback, and he may be the least. People like to say last but not least. Last but possibly least. Zach Wilson, man. 19 for 35, 160 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Saying 2 touchdowns and 7 interceptions on the season, man. To go ahead and throw 2 interceptions through 3 weeks, even as a rookie quarterback, is pretty damn bad. Matt Faracci saying Zach Wilson, my king. More like Zach Wilson, my queen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's doing out there on the football field, man. He also said Bears about to move out of Chicago too. Yes, sir. Matt Faracci did send me that, and I'll actually go ahead and pull it up right here on Instagram and go ahead and read it to you guys, because I didn't necessarily know what the hell he was talking about, and he explained it to me a little bit, man. So let's go ahead and read this. So breaking news, the Chicago Bears have signed a purchase agreement for the Arlington Park location, and it's looking like the Arlington Park location looks like a horse race track as of now. So I said, what does this even mean, Matt? What is going on with Chicago? He said they could be leaving Soldier Field. People have been complaining about it for years. The field, the stands, the parking lot, everything about Soldier Field just is not it to all the fans going on. So the Bears possibly moving out of Chicago. Don't necessarily know exactly where that's at, but the Chicago Bears could be on the move. Let's just say that, man. Speaking one more time on Chicago Bears, I told you guys one more time, Justin Fields was sacked 9 times. After being a second string for 2 weeks. So my question to you guys is, how do you guys think Andy Dalton reacted on the sideline? How do you guys think Nick Foles reacted on the sideline? How did any of these quarterbacks that kind of want to wait for Justin Fields' downfall, what are they doing on the sidelines? How are they reacting, man? Let's go ahead and hit chat real quick. You're priceless, Matt. Sorry about that, Jay. You're priceless, Matt. Jalen's laughing. Ganell fired Jim, man. Hey. Appreciate you for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk show, my boy. Don't know if you're a Jets fan. Don't know if I offended you in some way. I definitely didn't mean to, man. We love all sports teams here on the Talk Your Talk show presented by the Rick T Podcast. But sometimes they just got to get it, man. Zach Wilson this week is on the get it list for me. Zach Wilson has to get it, man. Matt Faracci is saying also he's like an hour outside, it's like an hour outside the city in Arlington Heights. Okay, so not bad. Not necessarily leaving the city or the state of Illinois, but possibly leaving the city of Chicago. I think he was talking about the Bears. Oh, got some Bears fans in here. We got some. We have the weirdest fan base here on the Rick T Podcast. Talk Your Talk. Cook out some fist fights. How about them Cowboys? We have Jets fans everywhere. We have Bears fans everywhere. We have Broncos fans everywhere. Where them Cowboys fans at, man? You know, where the Pats fans at? Where the teams that have, you know, been some shit for years? You know, where the Steelers fans at? I almost said Raiders. Haha, checked myself. Where the Steelers fans at? You know what I'm saying? You know, Broncos makes a little bit more sense, but hey, it's getting good, bro. TK, welcome to the Talk Your Talk show, buddy. I'm sorry I moved the time up so you couldn't be here, brother. It was not intended for specifically you. Your boy just didn't want to be tired at work tomorrow, man. You show my tweet yet? No, I have not did the Talk Your Talk tweets of the week yet, man. But this is how I think Andy Dalton was reacting to watching Justin Fields get sacked 9 times and net 1 single passing yard on the sideline. You already know, little redhead boy over there, got to be smirking, man. I'm getting my job back in a week or two. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. He got sacked 9 times this week. So, yeah, Andy Dalton, not looking too good for him. Justin Fields, not looking too good for him. If I'm Matt Nagy, I'm going Nick Foles. I'm going, you know, in the past 5 years, this guy has won a Super Bowl. And not only that, a Super Bowl MVP. I'm going Nick Foles. And, I mean, you've tried Andy Dalton. It didn't work. You've tried Justin Fields. It didn't work. Why not give my guy Nick Foles a shot? You know what I mean? Why not give him a shot, man? Man, this isn't college football, though, but let's talk a little bit about college football. One breaking story that I had to bring here on the Talk Your Talk show. One Ohio State player, man. His name is Kevon Pope. Ohio State's linebacker, Kevon Pope, quits team mid-game. He literally walked off 2 minutes before the halftime in last week's game, took off all of his pads, took off his gloves on the way to the locker room, threw them to the fans, got to the locker room, got on his phone, and tweeted. This is a tweet that he tweeted, and he said, "Good luck to all my teammates. I will no longer be continuing playing football for Ohio State." So I don't necessarily know what's going on with Kevon Pope. I would love to talk to him, have him here on the Talk Your Talk show, maybe explain to us why he ended up walking out mid-game, what's going on with him mentally, what's going on inside the Ohio State facility, what's going on inside the locker room. We would love to know here on the Talk Your Talk show. I know all of you guys watching would love to know. But, man, another breaking story. Ohio State linebacker Kevon Pope quits team mid-game. What was the reasoning? And that's the thing. There was no reasoning that I seen personally. But let me go ahead and tell you guys why I think he may have walked out mid-game. And this may be a little biased. This may be a little cocky. I may be talking a little bit of shit. Matt Faraci saying he's got to be going through something. No chance he walked out for no reason. And that's what I'm saying. There's got to be something either going on inside him mentally or inside the locker room or, inside the facility that he doesn't like. Who knows what's going on, man? But for him to just walk out mid-game, and not only for, maybe he played NAIA and just didn't want to play the game of football anymore. The guy literally plays for Ohio State. Like, if they weren't in the national championship last year, then I don't know who was, but this is the reason I think he's leaving. This is the reason I think he walked out mid-game. Ohio State is ranked 11 and not looking any better than they did week 2, week 3 against Oregon, man. You guys see the teams that they face, man, whether it's Oregon, Alabama, they will be seeing Georgia at some point this year. All ranked ahead of them. They are dropping down the pack. They are ranked 11 right now. I think mentally it probably started pissing him off, and he's sitting there thinking, why am I going through all this? Why am I getting yelled at so hard on the sideline? Why am I, breaking my bones and waking up at 5 a.m. and going to sleep at midnight and working on top of it? Why am I doing all this to be ranked 11? I can do something different. I don't know. That's just my personal reason, man. Tristan Flores is saying $1 million opportunity, something in-house going on. There's got to be. There truly has literally got to be. And it is crazy to think that a starting linebacker for the Ohio State University would get up mid-game and walk out. Brian Day was probably pissed. I can't even imagine him sitting there waiting for his starting linebacker to go in the game. And he's like, where's our Mike? And they're like, he's over there, coach. And he looks over and the dude's throwing his gloves to the crowd. And he's all, I'm out of here. Hey, I agree with everything going on in chats. Definitely something going on inside the facility or inside his head. But let's go through the top 25 rankings real quick, man. Let's go ahead and pop those back up and pop this down at 1 through 5, man. And this is interesting. This is where the college football playoffs is going to happen, I think, between 1 through 5 right now. 1, Alabama, 2, Georgia, 3, my Ducks, 4, Penn State, and 5, what is that, Iowa? Is that what I believe that's Iowa? Iowa doing their thing at 5, man. So they're popping up there. 6 through 10, we have OU, Oklahoma University, at 7, Cincinnati, at 8, Arkansas, at 9, Notre Dame, and at 10, we have the Florida Gators. 11 through 15, 11, Ohio State, 12, Ole Miss, 13, BYU staying in the top 15, which is impressive to me. 14, Michigan crawling their way back into the top 10 once they were, quite a while ago, but it's exciting to see them kind of climbing their way back in. Haley Hall, look at Daddy doing his thing and holding baby girl. Thanks for that. I appreciate you for that though, babe. For real. 15, Texas A&M. They were ranked 4 just one short week ago, dropped all the way to 15 with, winning. They're still undefeated. Or actually, no, I think they did lose one game. But no, 16, Coastal Carolina. And I think that is the one team that I think everybody is kind of riding on. Haley hyped as fuck right now. She's asleep. She smells like shit. I'm going through a whole thing right here. I'm going through a whole cycle. I'm sweating. I got 2 hoodies on. She's making me hot. It's a whole dad life thing. But go ahead and take some notes if you guys aren't already. Moving on, man. 17, Michigan State. 18. This is the team that I'm riding high on. And my Ducks beat these guys week 2. And this is the one team that we've played that should have been an easy dub. We struggled hard against. And I know there's someone in chat specifically named Ep.24. He doesn't want me to talk about this team because they are badasses, bro. Fresno State sitting at a hot 18, man. This team is a no-name team out of Fresno, California. No one really cares about Fresno State. No one knows anybody that they have. I don't know not one player that they got. But, man, I will say when Oregon played them week 2, they put up a hell of a battle. And then last week, they went ahead and took down top 15 UCLA, my guy TK22's team, doing his thing. Oh, okay. I'm getting word from backstage that Derek Carr actually went to Fresno State, which is impressive. I think I knew that and just didn't remember because of how no name that was, man. Matt Faraci is saying Derek Carr is the only dude from Fresno that I know of. That's what I'm saying. You don't know many people that came out of Fresno State. Hey, but doing the damn thing, sitting at a hot 18, 19-225, Oklahoma State University, UCLA still in the top 25, Baylor at 21, Auburn at 22, at 23, I think that is North Carolina State at 23, at 24, Wake Forest, and at 25, we got Clemson. Wow, to lose not Justin Fields, to lose Trevor Lawrence, one of their all-time great quarterbacks, to hand the reins off to DJ Uiagalelei, and he drops 2 games in the first 4 in his first year starting completely. No Trevor Lawrence. They still do have Dabo Sweeney, man, but it is no bueno out there in Clemson, North Carolina. To be honest, we were supposed to talk to a receiver from from Clemson today. Breaking news, his coach said, cut all the interviews off. I don't blame him. 2 losses when you're a team that's been in the national championship, 3 out of the last 4 years, and you go ahead and drop 2 out of the last 4. I don't want none of my team doing interviews. I don't want none of my team going on any podcasts. No love lost to him. But, man, we here. Yeah, Devontae Adams went to Fresno too. Wow. How did I not know this? How did I not know any of these guys that went to Fresno State? Fresno might be popping out some athletes. And if I will say, quarterback there right now is a goddamn dog. And when I say dog, I'm not talking D-O-G. I'm talking D-A-W-G. Goddamn dog. Goddamn dog, man. But I just showed you guys the top 25 sitting there. Associated Press, week 5, top 25. I had no clue. And that's what I'm saying. I had no clue either, Matt. But I guess you learn new things every day, bro. Especially here on the Talk Your Talk Show. Like I said, this is the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 24. I am your host, Eric Holmes. You can follow me on all social media platforms, RickT_E. We're going to get to a quick commercial break. On the other side of commercial break, we're going to finish this show off strong, talking about some more NFL drama. And then we're also going to bring in the Talk Your Talk tweets of the week, man. So don't go nowhere. Stick with us. We'll be back in 4. Peace.
Back in the day, they said I wasn't big enough, wasn't fast enough, wasn't smart enough to play the game of football. At 5'10", they said I couldn't do it. They said I couldn't be the man. At 24 years old, people still think that I can't run. But I've always been the one to feed off of hate. So I think it's about time I prove everybody wrong.
How dare you walk from me? I'm where I'll always be. It's all downhill from here.
Ice cold, you know. I can go for broke. No joke, one smoke. I ain't mad you though. I've scrapped before. I'm strapped, compact. I've clapped before. Who wanna meet they maker? Who wanna meet they savior? I'm in a big house now. Who never seen they neighbors? Who wanna see my greatness? Best believe I pay per view. Best believe I made for few. Boy, better shoot say dangerous.
That's not right. That's not.
No time it'll come, they doubt me. Had to keep them OGs around me. Keep a young homie grounded. You never know where your motivation to come from. We do the most with these bras and pop shundun. They try to push you aside, you gotta fight some. I had a line on the side and then we back guns. I want that number one spot, I'm like icon. I got that beast in my eyes, I'm like Tyson. With my heart and my drive, I know I'm righteous. Keep some ice on me, rocky like bad boy. Once you win, you gon' want more. Set a tree and need an encore. I was down on my last when I found myself. I be a fighter to the end, to my last breath. I got angels all around me, yeah. I got love all around me, yeah. I be a fighter to the end, to my last breath. I'ma hustle to my last breath. I got angels all around me, yeah. I got love all around me, yeah.
Guys that I like watching on Twitch. My friends here know who I'm talking about. The Rick T podcast, the Rick T platform. These guys are putting out such good content out there. So I was like, you know what? Let me call my boy Eric from the Rick T podcast, the Talk Your Talk show. I mean, they got all kinds of crazy stuff going on over there. So to help me with my number 4 pick.
Oh my God!
Okay. What up, Eric? What up? This man keeps dropping.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing, man?
Man, we're good. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. It's a pleasure to be on this show. I've been watching the whole time, man. I've had so much fun with you guys. But some of you guys are crazy, man.
The intro, hold on. Can we just fucking hold up real quick? Start with the F-bomb. God bless America, that's the way to come in.
All right, hold on. Before we move any forward, Mr. Host of the Rick T, do me a favor. Stand up one more time. Give us that cape action with that flag. Come on, give it to us one more
already
time.
know, man. You know my boy Dak just got picked a couple rounds ago, last round, but there's still one person that I'm thinking specifically.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, listen, I watch this man's podcast. I tune in on Sunday mornings. I tune in on during the week, and these guys are putting out some great stuff. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. You know, I know Eric be dropping all his Dallas Cowboy love.
Yes, sir.
But I have a feeling for this pick right here, I'm going to be okay with a little bit of Dallas love. So, Eric, man, talk to me. Where are we going with this, man?
You know, this morning on my show, and actually one person here, my man Stathead, he got me thinking to myself. I said, maybe I do need a little bit more stats in my life. With this first pick in the 4th round, Gigaman Porto selects tight end university captain George Kittle.
How you doing? You think he was gonna go with some Dallas love?
I was waiting for Zeke.
I thought he was going Zeke all day.
And I'm gonna pick somebody who's gonna lift you up, man.
Man, I appreciate that. That was out of nowhere pick, bro. Like, I love that pick right there.
Of course, man.
So while I got you here, man.
Of course.
You know, I started thinking, you got a group of solid crazy dudes over at your little platform.
Sometimes too crazy.
You got a little solid crew, I believe, of crazy dudes over here.
Also, sometimes too crazy.
What do you guys think if we were able to put together a crossover JMP RTP crossover edition? We get your dudes, our dudes, we come together, we're talking 2 hours of solid content. And you know what? Here's my vision, Eric. It's kind of like when Marvel and DC do their crossovers, right? So we can kind of name it something like the Your Talk, Jigga Man, and Rick T getting jiggy with a crossover episode. How you doing?
Let's get it, baby. We're all with it, man. Everyone on my team is totally with it. I'm 100% with it. Let's get it, man. We're ready to cross into a different universe.
We're going to have Eric. We're going to have Tony Cave. We get some Jello, some Sanchez, some Stathead, some TGP, Kung Fu D, Coach Richie.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, we have to make it a 2-hour special because with that much craziness, we gotta make it long. We gotta give them what they want to see.
See my boy right there. Is this really happening? Has to be a dream.
Is this a dream?
Yes.
It doesn't feel like a dream.
This isn't a dream, TK. This is not a dream. This is real life, brother.
It's gonna happen. Dude, I'm totally excited. Yo, Eric, man, I appreciate you coming, helping me out with this pick. Good job shocking me with that non-Dallas pick, bro. Like, unexpected.
You know we had to mix it up, man. Before I get out of here, I just want to do a quick shout out to my team. Thank you guys for watching the Jigga Man show. You guys supporting all the guys here on the screen. And let's get it rocking, man. I'm excited for what's in the future for us.
Yes, sir. Later, homie.
Yeah. Later, man.
Guys, if you haven't yet, check out the Rick T podcast, the Talk Your Talk show. The guys over there are putting out some fun content. They crazy. It's going to be good. I think all of us together making that. What do you guys think? I mean, I didn't even ask you guys. Are we down to do a crossover episode?
You're gonna have to give me and Jello like 30 minutes, otherwise we'd go full 4 hours.
3 weeks later, many months later. So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new.
Yes. We'll have to put some rules and regulations in there. But I think it's going to be a solid. TGP, man. What do you think about the George Kittle pick that he picked over here for me?
There's always that debate of who is the top tight end in the NFL right now. Kittle out there on the West Coast, he is the guy, right? Because in Kansas City, you got Hill, you got Kelsey, Mahomes can do it all. They're just overloaded with talent. But on San Francisco, you got the man that's gonna do it all is Kittle.
Look, he threw me for a loop. Watching his podcast and their shows and what they're doing. He's a Dallas boy. I mean, my man came in with the flag. Listen, when he told me, I already had my finger on Zeke. Because I figured that's what he was going to do. And then he said, Kittle. I was like, I love you.
He pulled the commish card.
He said,
running back. I love running backs. Patrick Mahomes.
And we are back with the Talk Your Talk show presented by the Rick T platform. I am your host, Eric Holmes. You can follow me on all social media platforms at RickT_E, man. We're on to the second half an hour of this Talk Your Talk show, episode 24. Let's get right into it, man. We have a lot to talk about, man. But first off, let's talk about this bet that was placed on Monday night's game. You guys obviously know the outcome, Dallas versus Philly. Dallas went ahead and, went silly on Philly, as Jello would say. But let's talk about this bet that just happened, man. So a bettor put in $25 on a parlay on these teams to win. Packers, Cardinals, Panthers, Bills, Browns, Saints, Falcons, Bengals, Chargers, Vikings, Packers this week. They all won. The last team that he had on his parlay was Philly against Dallas. So if Philly would have won that game, he would have won $71,000. And I don't mean to toot my own horn, but you guys already know how I'm feeling about this game. So let's just go ahead and yeah, buddy. Dallas wins 21-41. You guys already know we did our thing at our home game. First home opener for Dak Prescott since the injury to his leg. A lot happened on Monday night. So first of all, Dallas went stupid. Dallas went silly on Philly. But let's talk about this, man. Probably the best part about Monday night. If you guys are watching Peyton and Eli went ahead and flipped a double bird on live TV, man. Monday Night Football, Eli flipped a double bird. And he was actually talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, man. He said, I hated going to Philadelphia. I could go to Dallas, and there was always fans like, hey, Eli, can I get your autograph? But every single time I would go to Philly, I'd be coming out of the locker room. I would be coming out of the tunnel, and there'd be an 8-year-old boy flipping double birds to me. I hate you, Eli. I hate you. I can't stand you. And that is where this picture came from, kind of just explaining it to Chris Long and Peyton Manning. But, man, double fingers on live television, quite some time on a Monday Night Football, man. That's my GOAT. Big Blue Jay 92 says, if you guys didn't know, he's a Giants fan. Honestly, he ain't my GOAT. But, man, the more and more I watch him on Monday nights, Oh my gosh. Little J6 is saying, man, I would have pulled out of that parlay. Honestly, it's not a bad parlay except for the Philly game. I don't know why you take Philly over Dallas. Jalen Hurts is not a proven quarterback. Dallas's defense is playing outstanding this season. I don't necessarily know, man, but you guys see it here. All he needed was Philly to win. Dallas said you. Eli said you. A lot happened, man. So Dak Prescott goes ahead and takes out Jalen Hurts. If you guys want to look closer into this image, Dak Prescott is the champion. Jalen Hurts is laying flat on his back. If you guys look in the background, I see a Barry Sanders. I see a Batman. Let's just get a little deep into this picture, man. So go ahead and if you guys want this picture straight up, if you guys want this picture of Dak Prescott knocking out Jalen Hurts, like how it really went on Monday Night Football, you let me know, man. But let's talk a little bit more about the Dallas Cowboys, and not a lot, just something specific that I want to go ahead and say. And TK of 2296, you wouldn't have pulled out of the parlay if you didn't choose the Eagles over Dallas. And that's my point. He should have had Dallas as that last man. Bernie Sanders. So that's what I'm saying, man. Bernie Sanders in the back, chilling, big chilling, doing his damn thing. But like I said, let's move on, talk a little bit more about the Dallas Cowboys, bro. You guys see it right here. We did talk to Austin Gale a couple weeks ago. He is a member on the Pro Football Focus team. So let's talk about the Week 3 Pro Football Focus grades. And they are in, man, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The only one that Dallas does not have is ranked number 2. At 1, our offensive tackle, Tyron Smith, rated with a 92.7 PFF grade in Week 3. At number 3, cornerback Trayvon Diggs, a 92.0 PFF grading. And at number 4, tight end Dalton Schultz with a 91.8 PFF grade, man. So Tyron Smith allowed no sacks, allowed no pressures on Dak's blind side. It was beautiful. Loved everything he's doing, especially coming off the injury that he had last year where he played 3 total games. I'm excited for Tyron Smith, man. Trayvon Diggs, I said it once, I'll say it again. He is the best damn corner in the game today, and that is over Jalen Ramsey. That is over a bunch of other people, Jair Alexander. There's a bunch of people that are dogs. I don't think any of them are more dog than Trayvon Diggs, man. And at 4, man, Dallas Cowboys tight end Dalton Schultz. This is a surprise to me. This is not a lock for Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is not an every week tight end where he's going to come out and score 2 touchdowns. But this week, specifically against the Eagles, he scored 2 touchdowns. Ended up being the 4th highest NFL player rated by PFF with a 91.8 against the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Let's move on. Talk something. And I know a lot of people in chat are going to want to talk about this and hear something about this, man. But the Broncos, for the first time in, I don't know when, these boys are 3-0. But let's talk a little bit about it, bro. You guys see it. The Broncos are 3-0, but the opponents that they have played in week 1 through 3, they are all right now 0-9. No dubs combined between the Jets, the Jags, and the Giants. So all the Broncos really 3-0, man. Don't you have another show for this? Yeah, I do, man. I just wanted to go ahead and bring a little spice up to it. But if you guys are interested in Dallas Cowboys talk, tune in to How About Them Cowboys every Saturday morning, 8 p.m. And let me go ahead and touch on that commercial you guys just watched, too. It's crazy how much talent is in the Diggs family. You guys watch Hard Knocks. That little boy is next. That little boy is literally next. You've seen his moves. He wants to play receiver. His favorite quarterback is Pat Mahomes. This little boy is next. This little boy is the truth. He is next, man. But like I said, we were talking about Denver, man. Tristan Flores, Tony Cave, Jello Rexroad, all the Denver fans that I know are super excited. They are at a peak high that I haven't seen them at since 2015 when the Broncos won the Super Bowl. Hey, Marshawn Lattimore's is better than Diggs. Keep dreaming. And Drew is better than Tom, right? Hey, bro, why you keep talking about the Jets, man? I love the Jets. Ask anybody on the Rick T podcast. I pick the Jets usually every week. I actually picked them last week against the Broncos. Thanks, Jets. A whole 35-0 score. That was embarrassing. Broncos have an easy road, and that's what I'm saying. I am going to touch base on this, man. The Broncos are 3-0. All their opponents are 0-9, like I just said. The Broncos have a lot to prove still. Yes, they are 3-0. Yes, all their opponents are 0-9 combined, obviously. But, man, Denver has a lot to prove, man. The schedule only gets tougher. I know week 7, they go ahead and play my Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. I know this Sunday, and I will be there surprising Haley with tickets, they play the Ravens. Not an easy team to play, especially on what they've done the past couple of weeks. You guys already know Lamar's been going crazy on 4th down. Justin Tucker got a big old leg. John Harbaugh got some big old balls. Denver has a lot to prove. still in this upcoming 2021 season. They are starting off 3-0, which is a great start for them, and it's how you should start off, especially being a team like Denver. But, man, I only think the road is going to get tougher for them, so I do see Denver dropping the next 2 out of 3 games at least, one being the Sunday against the Ravens. We'll go ahead and see how Baltimore handles Denver and Teddy Bridgewater and see if you can stop them, and let's see if Lamar can get past that outstanding defensive backfield group that Denver has out there, man. Getting a little bit off topic before we get out of here on the Talk Your Talk show, man. We're going to talk a little bit about baseball, but that's because I thought this one was interesting. Matt, if you know anything about this, let me know. I was interested to touch subjects on this one. So let's go ahead and pop that down and pop this up. So at MLB on Fox Sports MLB, for the postseason, the Tampa Bay Rays will add a sign to the back wall of Tropicana Field to showcase their plan to split future seasons between Tampa and Montreal, Canada, per TBT Time Sports. So the Tampa Bay Rays could be splitting half their season between Tampa Bay, Florida, and Montreal, Canada. I think that's interesting. I've never personally seen a team do something like that. I mean, you kind of seen certain teams do it during COVID, NBA in the bubble. I mean, the Miami Heat couldn't go down in Miami. They had to go ahead and play. Or no, it was the Toronto Raptors. They couldn't go back and forth across the border, so they ended up playing in Miami. Everyone started calling them the Florida Dinosaurs. That's what I was calling them, the Florida Dinosaurs. But the Toronto Raptors had to kind of do something like that. But ever since then, man, I haven't seen anything about that. Matt Faraghi saying, I don't know much about it, but it seems dope, honestly. And that's exactly what I was just about to say. For a team to go ahead and try to split the season once between Florida and once between Montreal, it's one thing to split it between, Colorado Springs and Denver, an hour and a half, 2-hour drive tops. It's one thing to split it like that. But it's a whole nother thing to split half of your season. And this is the MLB season. I think it's like 140-something games. This is a lot of games. You're splitting 140-something games, half in Florida and half all the way up across the country into the next country in Montreal, Canada. So I think that's a dope deal. I think the Tampa Bay Rays, or if you want to call them the Montreal Rays, I think that works out too. I think their fan base is going to be one of the biggest fan bases in the MLB for seasons to come. Being that they're going to be in 2 completely different places with 2 completely different cultures, I think that fan base is going to be ridiculous, and I'm excited to see what happens with the Tampa Bay Rays, man. But I did want to go ahead and bring that up for you guys one more time. For the postseason, the Rays will add a sign to their back wall at Tropicana Field to showcase their plan to split the futures between Tampa Bay and Montreal. So, hey, Haley Hall, not a surprise anymore. Oh, shit. You're still watching. Dax is coming in hot. No. Hey, taxes ain't coming in hot, man. I was just trying to be a good fiance, trying to surprise my girl. It ain't surprise no more. Hey, babe, surprise! You're going to the Ravens game on Sunday. Yay. But yeah, we'll be there. Hey, be expecting a vlog commercial coming soon. I'm going to be wearing all Dallas gear to that game. Straight Dallas and out. Matt Faraghi 64, Rays have struggled with attendance, so it'll be a cool experiment. And seeing that was kind of what was in the back of my head when I read that, and I'm like, I wonder why they're doing this. Like, I know they have a past in Montreal, but their future and their now is in Tampa Bay. So why go ahead and split it? But then now hearing that they have trouble with attendance and, trouble with people, staying loyal fans to the Tampa Bay Rays, that's a good idea. And it like I said, it's a completely different idea than splitting it from one city to, a 2-hour drive to the next. They're going all the way across the country, at least a 10-hour plane ride just to get to Montreal, man. So it's going to be excited. I'm excited to see what the Montreal, I'll go ahead and call them the Montreal Rays can do. And I'm excited to see if they do build a stadium in Montreal, I'm excited to see that as well, man. But to end out the Talk Your Talk show, man, we got 4 minutes left, and this is the perfect 4 minutes for this, man. Let's talk a little bit about the Talk Your Talk tweets of the week, man, presented by the Rick T platform via your boy Eric Holmes, the Talk Your Talk host, man. So let's talk about it, man. Tweets of the week. Let's start it off here, man. You guys know the sponsored show from the Rick T platform. How about them Cowboys, man? They went ahead and tweeted and said, how about them Cowboys? Feels good to be at the top of the NFC East once again. At Dallas Cowboys, at Barstool Sports. Hey, must feel good to be at the top. How about them Cowboys? That's all I'm going to say. Moving on to the next tweet, man. Skip Bayless also said, how about them Cowboys, man? Big win, 41-21 over our arch nemesis Eagles. How about them Cowboys? That's all you really can say about it. Moving on, man. Me, myself, and I, Rick T _E. Like I said, you guys can follow me on all social media platforms at that name. I was watching the games on Sunday, and I had to go ahead and tweet about this, man. I said, I can't lie. At Baker Mayfield is the best NFL actor. His commercials always have me crying every single time. He'll have a long career in acting after football if the man so damn well pleases. And I truly do believe that, man. You guys know Baker coming out with the insurance commercials. Seen the funniest one yet from him this past Sunday. So if you guys don't know what it is or haven't seen it already, go over to YouTube, type in Baker Mayfield's commercials. I swear to God, all 14 of them will pop up, and you'll have a nice little giggle at all 14 of them. So definitely check out Baker Mayfield and his acting skills. But man, moving it on to our guy that we had here on the Talk Your Talk show last week, man, Jalen Fry Saddler. He also tweeted another day in the office, and he did tag us along with the Tennessee Titans and a bunch of other people. My guy is still working out outside the facility, man, and you guys see it here. He also tweeted and said, you got to be able to move. I will be outside the Titan Stadium today. Keep pushing and preparing. This faith that I have is God-given, and all I do is push. Hashtag mountain moving. You guys see it at ball for Christ 13. My guy Jalen Fly Saddler, a.k.a. the Mountain Mover, out there outside of the Tennessee Titans facility putting in the goddamn work. The Titans need to stop sleeping on my guy and go ahead and give this guy a chance. He is going to be one of the top NFL tackles in the future. I can see it now, and I'm telling you guys right now, move that mountain, Jalen. Well, you'll be there soon, man. He also went ahead and said, at Titans, I'll be back tomorrow. Guy always pushing, guy always grinding. Love it, man. Getting on to our final tweets of the evening, and I wanted to spend a little time talking about this one. This one is from our guy, T-Cave22, and he makes a hella good point, honestly, and this has nothing to do with sports, but it has everything to do with, television or podcasting or whatever you may be into, man. So let's go ahead and read it. At that RTP, my guy, Rick T. Tony, he said, at YouTube TV, don't drop my favorite channels like NBC, Telemundo, USA, Bravo, MSNBC, NBCSN, Golf Channel, Sci-Fi, and more. I deserve the channels I pay for. If you drop these, I will leave and go to Xfinity for cable. Anyone who's doing the whole adulting shit, living on their own, knows cable is not cheap. So when you do pay for something like YouTube TV or, Xfinity or whatever you may be, your source of TV may be, or your source of podcasts or anything like that, you definitely don't want to see them drop channels or drop shows or anything like that. So for Tony Cave to at them and say at YouTube TV, which is kind of a big network, YouTube TV, you can literally go on there for a whole day, watch all your favorite shows, all your favorite movies. YouTube TV is a built brand. And for him to at them and say, don't drop my favorite channels, don't drop my favorite shows, or I'm going to be going over to Xfinity, is honestly a big threat, man. I have Xfinity, not the cheapest shit, not the best shit, but man, if YouTube TV has the opportunity to have all these channels and all these shows and they're thinking about dropping them, I promise you, they will lose a lot of fans, man. TKF2296 said, in my defense, YouTube TV showed me how to tweet it, and I need my WWE fix on USA. So, yeah, you said it yourself. You'll go to Xfinity, you'll go to Comcast if they end up dropping your channels. Comcast, Xfinity, they definitely have all these, but for a little bit more, dough. YouTube TV is definitely the way to go. So I'm atting them as well tonight and saying, YouTube TV, please don't drop my guy Tony Cave's favorite channels. He needs his USA, he needs his Bravo, he needs his Sci-Fi, and let's not forget about Telemundo. My guy Tony needs his Telemundo at night. Let's go ahead and leave it there, man. Moving on, man. At Pablito, at Verrett Cody. You guys can catch him on Saturdays or every other Saturday, wherever he might choose to be on the Cookouts and Fist Fights show here on the Rick T platform. Like I said, you guys can check him out every Saturday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. But he said, got the mullet faded up fresh. I appreciate the cut at Brock Lebenik. Go check him out at Renfield Oak, man. So you guys see it. All the questions about Cody Verrett, a.k.a. my guy Pablito, have been about his mustache, about his mullet. How the fuck do you get it so fresh? Why you're 21 years old rocking a mullet in a porn stash? Why are you doing it? This is why he's doing it. You guys seen how fresh that shit is when it's cut up. My guy Cody Verrett, a.k.a. Pablito, doing the damn thing, got his hair cut. He's ready to knock a boy out. That's all I'm going to say about it. Moving on to our final tweet on the Talk Your Talk tweets of the week, man. And I did want to spend a little time on this one as well. And, I decided, against it, quite frankly, and decided not to. But I do want to be quite frank for a second. So for everybody watching this in the $1,000 showdown, I'm sorry. By no means did I mean to change the points in the middle of the game and, you know, in ruin some scores. By any means, I was just trying to make the league better, not worse. So the last and final tweet of the week, I tweeted and I said, good night, Twitter. Remember, always keep it 100 with your fantasy league. And that's one thing I need to work on is just keeping it straightforward with the people in my fantasy chat, taking a vote. Definitely didn't mean to switch the rules in the middle of the week, but for those who know, the rules were kind of a big deal in our $1,000 showdown. They weren't adding up right. So some things needed to be changed. But from my perspective, I should have waited. I should have got a group vote and I should have did it that way. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, TK saying thank you, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate all the love and support that we get here on the Talk Your Talk show, whether it's the Talk Your Talk show, the Rick T podcast, How About Them Cowboys, or Cookouts and Fist Fights. All 4 shows are brought to you by the Rick T platform. Like I said, you guys can catch the Talk Your Talk show every Wednesday at now 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Saturday is a big day for the Rick T platform. You can catch How About Them Cowboys, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch Cookouts and Fist Fights every Saturday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then you can also catch the Rick T podcast with me, Tony, Jello, Justin, whoever may be joining alongside of us on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, man. I do want to appreciate everybody watching and tuning into the Talk Your Talk show, wherever you may be tuning in. Like I said, from work, from at home, from in the car, on the way to the liquor store. It does not matter, man. We do not make it this far without your guys' support. So we appreciate every single one of you guys on here, man. More competition, man. All good, bro. Changed the league, made the league better. All love, brother. Thank you, man. So I'm getting a lot of love for people here in the $1,000 Showdown League. It's all love, man. I definitely didn't do it on purpose, man, but it was meant to make the league better. But we are out of here. This is the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 24. I am your host, Eric Holmes. You can follow me on all social media platforms at RickT_E and follow along with the Talk Your Talk Show or the Rick T podcast or anything going on the Rick T platform. And let's keep updated, man. I appreciate you guys for all tuning in tonight. I will catch you guys on Saturday and then next Wednesday for the Talk Your Talk show, man. So we are out of here. Peace.